Think of what you're gonna say and then do it.
650. Can I get a 650? 675. 675. Anyone? I was gonna top that at 700. Yes, we have a 700. 700. 750. 750. 750. 850. 850.
What
up
are
to
you selling?
1,000.
There's an auction going on.
Welcome back, everyone, to Eating Good podcast. My name is Marisol.
I'm Sam.
I'm Oscar.
And I'm David.
A podcast where we review like new places that we all haven't tried, as well as just talk about whatever's happening on our life at the moment. Sorry, my voice is like raspy. All the smoking I do has caught up to me. Just kidding. I'm sicky poo.
Sticky poo.
I'm sicky poo. Anyways, for today's episode, we visited 5-star Michelin star restaurant called Arby's. Arby's. And this was Sam's pick of the week.
Yes.
Take it away, Sam.
Okay.
Why?
Also, how dare you?
Because this came up a couple weeks back when we were recording an episode, and I was saying, who even eats at Arby's? Like, who are these people that are coming to Arby's? How are they in business? And what type of people are eating at Arby's? You guys have all probably heard of it. You know it. You probably don't love it. Arby's is an American fast food sandwich restaurant chain with over 3,300 restaurants system-wide. Their slogan is Arby's. We have the meats.
They did have.
Boy, did they.
Definitely.
They had some meats.
Known for their curly fries.
Yeah, I think they're definitely known for their curly fries. It's like
So-
the only thing I've ever eaten from Arby's before today was their curly fries.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, there's a big reason for that.
And so if you guys remember a couple of episodes ago when we were talking about Arby's, David said that 2 of our cousins actually eat at Arby's. So I texted the both of them and they had sent me their order in the episode. So that's what I got today. I got the chicken bacon Swiss sandwich with no honey mustard. I also got 4-piece chicken nuggets and their curly fries just to try a little bit of variety in their chicken, I guess. I think my order with no honey mustard caused a lot of chaos in the kitchen because it took a really long time for our food to come out, and we could hear the workers like getting angry with
Arguing.
each other, like arguing, and they kept on saying like the chicken bacon Swiss with no honey mustard. And I think what happened is one of them made it but forgot to not put the honey mustard on. And then it messed up like the whole order of the food behind them because they had to remake it. I don't even know.
And the one worker was like, I'm confused. And then the other worker was like, I'm really getting irritated with you. It was great.
Yeah.
One of them said, "What do you need from me?" And he couldn't be more clear.
No, yeah. No, he wasn't being clear at all. He was like, I have a classic chicken. And that doesn't answer, like, what do you need from me?
he like talked for like 30 seconds and said nothing. And they were all like, what? What do you need?
Yeah.
He was just throwing words out. Chicken sandwich, no sauce.
Sam ordered chicken, but they had some beef for you, I tell you what.
Yeah. So it caused some chaos. Eventually, we got our food. It did take like 10 minutes at least.
No,
15,
more,
20.
yeah.
Possibly 20.
Honestly, possibly 20. No,
It was
It was a long time.
Yeah.
like 17 minutes.
at an Arby's, mind you.
Like, I'm glad we weren't in the drive-thru.
Yeah. But also, like, they weren't even that busy. Like,
No,
it was
they
us
weren't.
and then a family there, which the family did have, like, 4
A
or
lot
5
of
kids
orders,
and, like,
yeah.
3 or 4 adults. So it was a big family, but we were the only ones there. So I was
Huh.
like, how are they this backed up? We just walked in.
I was thinking
Yeah.
these people would not survive working at a McDonald's.
Oh, no. McDonald's is way more demanding.
Yeah.
The trickle effect. Whoever doesn't make it at McDonald's, Arby's it is.
Whoever doesn't make it at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Popeyes, go to Arby's.
Yeah,
Because all those
got some
3
options.
locations were there.
But
And
yeah,
I'm like, I would much rather go to one of those, but we have to go to Arby's for the sake of this podcast. So we could be the judges and decide if Arby's is meant to be open or not.
Yeah.
And I think we'll answer that question at the end. But my bacon Swiss and chicken sandwich, no honey mustard. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't like the best, definitely. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't very good. I would give it a 5 out of 10, and like, I guess I would compare it to like a McDonald's chicken sandwich, which makes sense. It's definitely not a Popeyes, it's not a Chick-fil-A, and I will say that one is, the one I ordered is supposed to be like their more deluxe chicken sandwich. I don't know if I just didn't like the sauce or the cheese that was on it, but there was something that was off. Eventually I just deconstructed the whole thing and ate the chicken. But I also got the 4-piece chicken tenders or nuggets, and they were like tiny and mostly like breading, but they were actually pretty good. Like, I would go, if I had to go to Arby's again, I would get those chicken tenders and be happy with it.
Okay.
How many pieces did you get?
So I got a 4-piece, but like,
They
I
were
don't know how to-
uniquely shaped.
they were really skinny, and like 2 of them were like tiny, so I think it counted as 1. I don't know. I don't know what was happening. It was enough. All that really mattered is the curly fries. Those curly fries were really good. I already knew I liked them, and so I was excited. So I'd give the chicken tenders like a 7 out of 10. And the curly fries like a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sounds, you're gonna catch them there. I won't be the only one.
But I would not get the chicken sandwich again. And I don't know if I would get any other sandwich or wrap on their menu. I would probably just stick with the chicken nuggets.
Roast beef didn't sell you?
Yeah, looking at your roast beef.
Nope.
I did not want that. You should go next because you also got a chicken sandwich.
So I also got a chicken sandwich, but it was just like a regular chicken sandwich, like in their menu. I have no words. It was like the chicken itself, it was like really skinny.
They flattened that boy.
It was beaten down for sure. It was really skinny. I mean, it just had like lettuce and mayo. I don't think it had anything else. But also, I don't like their shredded lettuce. It's like too skinny. It just confuses me. Like, it confuses my taste buds. Overall, I would give my sandwich. I'd give my sandwich a 4 out of 10. Yes, not good.
I thought you were gonna say like a 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought about saying 3, but I'm like, I mean, it fed me. So I should.
It's job done, I guess.
I also got the mozzarella sticks, and actually, I thought the mozzarella sticks were pretty good. I know that I feel like they were supposed to come with the sauce, but
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I wish they came with the sauce.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
However, they just didn't give it to me, and I didn't want to like ruin it for them.
Yeah, it seemed like there was already a lot on their plate.
Another fight starts off. So I just ate it with ketchup, but the mozzarella sticks were pretty good. I give it a 6 out of 10. The curly fries were bussin'. I give it a 9 out of 10. They were crispy. They were curly. That's all I got, right? Yeah, that's all I got. I probably would never return to Arby's.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go back by choice. Like, I'm never gonna suggest Arby's, but if someone else wanted to go and I was with them already,
I would slap them across the face and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
All right, I'll get what I know I like.
Right.
So, I got the classic beef and cheddar, and it came with a red ranch and a cheddar sauce. And let me just say, the red ranch was only on like one side of the sandwich. It was like on the last 2 bites that I had, which I was actually okay I didn't have it because I didn't really like it. It was too sweet.
Oh, what makes it red?
I don't know. It kind of made me think of like a barbecue sauce, but if it was like kind of sweeter, less tangy.
Interesting. I was gonna say, I wonder if they put like Arby sauce in there or something, because the Arby sauce is like reddish, but it is more tangy than it is sweet. We'll say so.
So, yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 10.
Dang.
It was okay. Like, you could eat it, and get through it and not throw up. I don't know. I didn't.
And not throw up.
I don't know. I just didn't love it. It was a lot of meat, but the meat also looked a little suspect, you know.
But did it taste suspect?
It tasted okay. like,
what? I guess what would you describe the roast beef tastes like? Like brisket.
No, definitely not.
Goodness, no.
Like ham.
Like
More like ham, but a beefier tone to it, you know?
Yeah, like if the
I
brisket,
should have tried a piece of you guys' sandwiches. I don't
There
know
was
why
so
I
much.
didn't.
Yeah. like if the brisket had the like texture of the ham, and you like put it in the fridge and then took it out. It's
Yeah.
the best way I could describe
When
it.
I bit into mine, I didn't know if it was supposed to be warm or cold, and it was like lukewarm. So it was like a really interesting mouth feel experience.
I mean, but it was a good amount of meat on it. I also got the Jamocha shake, which is really good. It was like a mocha kind of flavored
Like
milkshake.
coffee.
Yeah, but it wasn't super like coffee. It was like very light.
Okay.
They
Like
whipped it up so fast, dude. You ordered it, you turned around, and they're like, "Here's your shake." I was like, "What? How?"
I think they already had it like made because she just literally handed it to me like.
You're like, "Great service." That was. We're like, "Oh, this is gonna be fast." That was the only fast part of the experience.
Instant. Yeah, it was good. I like drank 3/4 of it and then I filled it up with Coke, mixed it up, so it was like a
Float.
float. Yeah, but yeah, the fries definitely 9 out of 10. I would go back only for the fries and the shake.
What would you rate your shake?
7 out of 10.
Okay. How does it compare to like a McDonald's chocolate shake?
I would say it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
Same.
Like-
same
Then I would
level.
like
Yeah,
it.
like I feel like they have the same ice cream machine or something, just different flavors.
Alrighty, David.
All right, I went with the classic number one, right? Or I did ask for a number one. Maybe that's why I didn't get cheese on it. I'm silly. Okay, now I'm realizing I did say the number one, and I think that one's just roast beef, and I got a half pound of it. It was a lot of roast beef, so I actually pulled the top bun off, and I thought they gave me I thought it was like a tuna sandwich.
Yeah.
For a
David,
second, I was like, "What? Why does it look like that?"
you looked at me and you're like, "Is this right?" I was like, "That looks like what I would think roast beef would look like." I don't know if I've ever seen roast beef, but that seems right.
I don't know why I thought it would be like brown.
It
But
was brown.
It was like
But it
gray.
was kind of like
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah,
Gray,
part of it was like
brown.
pinker, and then the other part was like gray. And I was like, I'm gonna put the top bun back on, and I'm gonna just bite into it.
See, I was expecting like deli meat.
Yeah,
roast
that's what I
beef,
was expecting.
And this
to
was
be.
like
Well,
a can of
shredded all
tuna
up.
That's-
roast
Yeah.
beef.
That's
like
the
a can
picture,
of roast
though.
beef.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what
picture is actual like deli meat, and
Yeah.
yours
Like
And they have like a
anything
frit-
like
yeah.
their pictures.
yours looked like a ball of just meat that they find at the bottom of
Yeah, I don't.
God knows
they,
where.
they like use a cheese grater, and it just all like
Yeah.
flaked up. It was crazy.
But they do have one of those meat slicers, like you could see it in the bag.
Interesting.
Well, given how long they took, maybe they were just scrapping whatever roast beef they had left
Oh
back
my
there, and they're
God.
like, "All right, let's toss it out." But anyways, I wish I would have gotten it with cheese on it. I'm realizing now, after talking about it, that it was my own doing. So what can you do? Got the little horsey sauce and the Arby sauce on it, mixed it up. The sandwich itself, I'm gonna have to also go with a 4. Actually, like 4s across the board. I think maybe with cheese and maybe that red ranch would have put it at a 6 or something. But I will say I didn't hate it. Still wouldn't go back for the roast beef sandwich, but I am more open to the idea of Arby's now. So this might have been counterintuitive
I feel
to
like
our approach.
you were already open to Arby's. Didn't you say you already ate at Arby's sometimes?
Like twice,
In
like
your
2 or
life.
3 times. But then I was the representative of Arby's on this podcast. So I
And
will
you
say
still are.
I might give it another go. Probably try something else. The roast beef wasn't necessarily my favorite, but the fries, clean 9 out of 10 for sure.
All right. Well, it sounds like we all had a interesting time. in preparation for this episode, I did put a poll up on our Instagram at Eating Good Pod if you guys want to follow and see the food we eat, as well as answer any future polls we have. So I just put a starting poll. Do you eat at Arby's? Yes or no? We got a total of 22 votes with 15 no's and 7 yeses. So
Wow.
32% said yes. And it's funny because one of my cousins that we had texted about what he gets to eat about if he eats at Arby's, he said no. And I was like, I texted him, why did you say no if you're the one that like gave me your order at Arby's? And like he even was like, their roast beef sandwiches aren't like they used to be. So I'm like, clearly you eat at Arby's.
Yeah. Something's not adding up.
But he said, I haven't gone to Arby's in a long time, maybe close to 2 years.
Oh wow.
So that's why he answered no. I still think I would have moved his vote to yes, though.
Yeah.
Given his knowledge of Arby's.
His legacy follows him.
And then we also had this theory, which we mentioned on the last podcast, that people that eat at Arby's are also people that drink Monster energy drinks. So I put up a follow-up poll, and I said, if yes to Arby's, do you drink Monsters? And a lot of people did not read the prompt or understand, because I gave 3 options. I said yes, no, or here to see the answers. That way they could not swerve my poll, skew my poll.
Yeah.
Nobody listened, and a bunch of people said no, even though they had already said no to Arby's. That's beside the point. I got 3 people that said yes. So 7 people yes to Arby's, and then only 3 yes to Monsters. Okay. So not a foolproof analogy or theory. Yeah, not a foolproof theory that people that eat at Arby's also drink Monsters.
Almost 50% though, so it's something.
Maybe we just need more research. We needed a bigger data pool, because this was like not that many people responded.
Yeah, the people that were at the Arby's restaurant today definitely look like they could afford to drink less Monsters.
Yeah.
So I think field research shows
yeah, I should have went up to them and asked them, like, do you guys happen to have a Monster in your car I could have? And they'd probably be like, yeah, actually we do.
What? Maybe that's why that one kid lost his tooth, because he was drinking too many Monsters.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what?
we were at the counter for so long, and they were just talking about the reason your tooth isn't growing back is because you pulled it out prematurely. I'm like, this kid's like 7 years old. Cut him a break.
We're roasting his life.
Yeah, and then the one lady's like, but we can't tell him nothing because we used to do the same thing. And our parents used to tell us the same thing.
I was like, into adulthood, because the one lady had not a lot of teeth left.
Oh, no.
What?
So
I
maybe
didn't
she
even
said,
see
I'd still be
that.
doing that. Oh, it was a whole thing. And he's like, yeah, the string of my tooth. And the lady was also just so confused.
Wait, they were going into detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she looked at the other lady like, string of the tooth. And then the other lady was like, you know how you say the tooth was hanging on by like a string? And the lady said, oh, I was so confused. I did not know what he was saying. It was a whole thing.
Then she was like, she looked at the kid. She was like, there are no strings in your teeth.
She's like, it's not a literal thing.
It just seemed like everyone was learning something new in that conversation. And it was... I don't think anyone did learn anything from that. I think they all unlearned things.
Yeah. Everybody learned, but nobody knew.
Yeah, there was just a lot of... Also, for a second, I thought they had so much food, right? And they put them on trays. And it was like all the open air fries, right? And I was like, for a second, like, please don't let that be our order, because they were all leaning over it, freaking yelling at each other, like, don't pull your teeth out. And I was like, those better not be my fries. I'll send them back.
They weren't. It's okay.
Yeah, it worked out. They gave us our stuff in the back. But.
Yeah, it's good we decided to eat there. We almost just did the drive-thru and went to my house, but we were like, no, we're already here. We're already inside. Let's just eat at Arby's.
It made the experience realer.
Yeah.
And we also got to ring the bell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have like this little bell at the entrance that says something like "delicious food, ring the bell on your way out."
I definitely lied.
Well, you didn't hit it.
That's
You were like
why,
shaking it,
because
and I was
didn't
like,
it.
it broke, but it wasn't broken.
It doesn't work if you didn't like your food.
Oh, that's
It's
why.
like magic, right?
Yeah.
You have to believe.
Marisol tried to ring the bell and it didn't make any noise, so I went up to it and I like shook that thing, and it was so loud. Everybody in the restaurant looked at me. Like the worker at the register turned his head so fast, and I was just like, "I'm sorry," and then I kept walking. But, like they have it there for people to ring.
He's
I
like,
just think nobody has ever rung it
I
before.
know. They're like, that bill hasn't rung in 3 years.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. The food has been delicious today.
Yeah, Arby's it's just not for me. I
Yeah.
tried it, never going back.
Fair, valid.
Yeah.
I support you.
Yeah.
For people who like Arby's, what's wrong with you?
Just why?
If you like Arby's, it's okay.
We still love you.
We still love you.
I mean, I love you, but I'm just.
But to those
I wanna
three of you who
I want to understand because I don't understand what you see in Arby's.
If we're ordering the wrong thing at Arby's and you think there's something better on the menu that would change our mind, let us know.
Come on the pod.
yeah, prove us wrong.
Prove us
Change your
wrong.
mind. I will say I didn't get the buffalo chicken slider, but that's always certified busted.
Oh, that's what you normally get?
Yeah.
I did see the buffalo chicken sandwich. I was like, that one actually looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, maybe if I
next
went
time.
back, I would try that.
Yeah, all the pictures looked good, guys. But
That's
you see,
true.
Like how
All the
our
pictures
sandwiches
did
didn't
look
actually
good.
look like the pictures.
Yeah, you got to get the classic, what they're always broadcasting on their commercials.
Big old mountain, half pound of meat. Heck no, dude. I bit it, half of the sandwich fell off, and I still had a full sandwich. It was crazy.
And you ate all of it, right?
I did. I really needed to do my research. I actually don't feel as gross as I thought I would, though, surprisingly.
That's
Roast
good.
beef, surprisingly light.
Even half a pound of it.
Yeah.
That was a fake burp because I don't know how to burp.
She's
Or
cosplaying
whistle.
A person who knows
Or
how to
whistle.
I know how to whistle.
Oh, I thought you said you don't know how to whistle. I mean,
Whistle?
let's see it.
Wait, that
No,
was bad.
that was so
That was
bad.
bad. I need to wet my whistle.
Wet your
Literally.
whistle. She's out here
Now I'm
wetting
gonna
her
be
whistle.
laughing.
She is so official. All she needs is to whistle.
That's whistling. What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh,
That's
I have a
whistling.
very high pitched whistle. I don't know how to make it low. Marisol's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh.
And you're getting older. How do you feel?
Well, today I don't feel good. Today I feel terrible. I feel like old. Yet I feel like I've accomplished a small amount of what I wanted to accomplish. But any accomplishment is a good accomplishment.
Like a small amount you want to accomplish in your life or in the last year?
Everyone in the
Yeah.
podcast, comment how old do you think I am. I'm going to turn 27 years young tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. I
That's
feel like
so
normally
cringe.
people say that when they're like
Welcome
old.
to the 27 Club.
I'm so close to 30. It's kind of crazy. I don't feel 27, honestly. I act like I'm 15 years old. I look like I'm 20.
Okay. I will say so we went out to celebrate your birthday yesterday, and I was in line at the bar, and this girl like behind me just started talking to me. She was really nice, and she's like, "Oh, like, are you out for anything special?" I was like, "Oh, my friend's birthday," and she's like, "Oh, how's it? What's your friend turning?" And I was like, 27, and I feel like she like paused for a second, and she was like, "Okay," because I think she was like 22 years old.
Oh,
And I don't think she
dang.
realized like I
You're
was much
old.
older than
I
her.
was about you to go, ew, turn around. Go into the bathroom.
But it was just like, baby.
Child. Yeah. But it was a good birthday. We took shots, which is something I wanted all of us to do. I had to force Sam to take a tequila shot. But you did it.
I did not take the shot.
What?
I left it on the table.
I actually asked her and I split it. It was great.
What?
I bamboozled you, I guess.
Wow. On my birthday.
Your birthday celebration? It's not your birthday yet.
Okay, then tomorrow I'm coming over.
And
with
you're taking a shot.
Bottle of tequila.
No, I'm not taking a shot tomorrow.
No.
It's a Monday tomorrow.
I'm
Even better.
One shot won't hurt you.
Yeah, one shot won't hurt you.
I'm not. Why would I need that?
Because you promised me.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I told you every single time I was not going to take a shot.
We're like, nah, she's just saying that. She'll take it. She didn't.
Wow, I thought. Did Patricia take a shot?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I don't think she did either.
Wow, you guys are horrible friends.
Well, I was going to do it until I saw Patricia put hers down, and I was like, oh, she's not doing it. I'm not doing it. That was enough for me.
Then I had a terrible birthday. No, it was a good birthday. We went out to get food, and then we just went out to bars afterwards. It was a chill birthday. You know, till next year, when I force Samantha to take a tequila shot again.
Also, next year we talked about we're going to be turning 28.
Ew.
So,
Oh, yeah. What are we going to do on our 28th birthday?
On your birthday or my birthday?
No, we don't have to do it on
Meet in
our
the middle.
birthday.
Just that year. We're going to seriously think about freezing our eggs.
Yes, because me and Sam are both single, ready to mingle.
Oh, gosh. But, like, so far away from,
But
like, marriage and children.
Yeah.
So...
That we decided that we're going to freeze our eggs next year if we don't have boyfriends, which is honestly it's likely to happen.
Likely to be single still, not to have boyfriends.
Yeah, likely we're going to still be single, still
At
ready
this
to
rate.
mingle.
The way things are going.
The way things are
things are
currently
shaping
working
up.
out.
But yeah, we were thinking about freezing our eggs. Maybe we can share a freezer.
Yeah, they'll be best friends before
Or
they're
maybe
even born.
We'll put the eggs together and then roulette it.
No,
Yo.
that would be wild, actually.
Whose baby is who?
Yeah, you imagine, like, yeah, my husband had a baby with my best friend.
But I carried it in my body.
We won't know unless we do a DNA test.
Yeah.
No,
I
we
mean, unless they look like one or the other
yeah.
of us. We don't look exactly the same. If the baby is short, it's yours.
No, we can share a freezer. I'm fine with that.
Thanks. Thanks for allowing me.
But actually, I feel like it's freezing your eggs. Like now, it's like more common than it was before. Because I just feel like women are likely to settle like in their 30s.
Yeah,
instead of
like
their 20s.
people in general are settling later in life. They're focusing on careers and stuff, which is pretty much what we've done.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And like we will still have good egg quality in our 20s versus like waiting to freeze our eggs in our 30s. Might be not as good egg quality or not as many eggs left.
Get a couple scrambled eggs in there.
Ew, David.
Gotta get them while they're young and fresh. You feel me?
Would you want to carry your baby, or would you be okay with having a surrogate?
I would probably just carry my own baby so I don't have to pay a surrogate.
Okay, money is no issue. Let's say money,
I think I would. Oh, but the idea of being pregnant is terrible.
no,
also.
because like even like during pregnancy or even after pregnancy, like your just body is not the same anymore. And I love my body. I'm just saying, if money was like no issue, would you let someone else carry your child?
No, I don't think so. One, I think I should experience being pregnant at least once myself. And two, then you kind of you have to put a lot of trust in that person that's like your surrogate, which like I'm sure they vet the people that are surrogates. Well, if you go through like an agency or something, but I don't know. It would be too much out of my control. I feel like being pregnant is like also a bonding experience with your unborn child.
I would carry the first one, and then I would totally be fine with someone else carrying it after that. Because I do want to have like 3 or 4 children.
Yeah, I'd have to see how I feel after the first one if I would want to carry more. But financially, I'd probably just carry all of my children, so I don't have to spend unnecessary money. But I guess I also am not opposed to like getting plastic surgery to fix my body if I need to afterwards.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
So
getting
either way,
plastic
I'm gonna
surgery.
spend money on fixing my body or spend money on a
Or
surrogate.
prevention.
I feel like that should be included in insurance, you know? Like,
Like post-pregnancy lipo.
yeah. Or like,
Or like tummy
boob
tuck.
augmentation.
Yeah.
Or vagina renewal.
Reupholstered.
Make it tight again.
Guys, it's a myth. Okay, it stretches and then it goes back to normal.
I mean, not the same as before. But, okay, what about, like, let's say when you're, like, older and, what's your sister's name?
Isabella?
When you're older and Isabella is older and you both have, like, children, would you share breast milk?
I mean, I would give her breast milk that I already pumped out.
Would you
wouldn't-
breastfeed her child?
I don't think I would directly breastfeed her child.
My mom would do that with their sisters.
Oh. I mean, I've heard of people doing it,
Mhm.
even with people they're not related to, but I just don't know if... I guess I would have to be in that situation. Right now, I think it would be weird. I don't know if I could do that.
I would give my breast milk to my sister's baby if
Like,
she's
you'd,
not
like-
here and she's hungry, or the daughter or son.
But like directly from your breast,
From my
or like you would
breast.
pump it out and then give it in a bottle.
I mean, then I have to wash dishes. I would just
Save
The
a dish.
lazy.
yeah. I could just give it from my boob.
You really don't like washing dishes.
I don't. I hate it.
Okay, question for the boys, because this has been all girl topics. It's still
Okay.
going to be kind of a girl topic. When you guys have kids, or if you have kids, would you want your wife to breastfeed? Or you don't care? Up to her.
I mean, ultimately up to her. You know, her body, her choice. But
But what do
I
you
drank
really
breast
think?
milk and I came out big and strong. No, I mean, I feel like I have no. I know
Okay.
formula be expensive, but just the nature of being a parent, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be fine either way. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably choose breastfeeding over the formula.
What about
Okay, no, my next question, sorry. If you were a woman, would you breastfeed your child?
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
why?
It'd be cheaper, I think, than having to buy the formula.
David?
I think just the experience of bearing a child and then just kind of following, you know, going through the whole thing.
The animalistic
Aw.
nature
Yeah,
of like
tap back
providing
into
for
the
your baby.
primal of the goal, technically, you know,
Yeah.
procreate.
And
Raise
at
'em
least
up.
I know that the breast milk works, you know. People have been doing it for years.
That's true.
Got all the nutrients.
See, I was not a breastfed baby, and so growing up, I always knew that, and I was always like, I don't think I'm gonna breastfeed when I have a kid. Like that just is so weird to me. But since then, I've watched like lots of videos of like people talking about breastfeeding and stuff, and also the fact that it's so much cheaper than formula. That I probably would try it, but if I don't like it, I would probably just stop.
Yeah, that's just, and so I've heard it doesn't always work out for everyone too, right? It's like
Yeah.
sometimes they don't match or other issues you can run into. So it's like,
Okay, another question. To what age do you think is appropriate to breastfeed a child?
oh,
I feel like this is a big controversy.
I think 72 months. No, I'm saying
Why are you making us do math?
Yeah, I was like,
because I feel like that's like the way I've seen like the meme of it. It's like, wait, your son's so breastfeeds? It's like, yeah, he's only 81 months old. And it's like, dude, that's like 7 and a
Yeah,
half.
72 months is
Yeah.
6 years old.
that's like 7.
I mean,
I
once the
think-
teeth start growing, what time do teeth start growing in?
what time?
I'm like, once the teeth are there, you gotta, come on, man.
Even if they don't have teeth, they still sometimes like bite down with their gums.
Right, because they're
'Cause-
teething.
Yeah.
Babies start teething
At a year?
around 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought we were toothless for way longer than that. What the heck?
I feel like 6
I guess
months
that
is
makes
pretty long.
I feel
What's
like,
what's the socially acceptable?
yeah.
I think like a year.
I think like what's typically is like a year, but I feel like I've seen more and more people breastfeeding until like
I've seen the
2
toddler
years, 3
being
years, 4
breastfed.
years.
Okay, I would say just based off my limited knowledge, probably up to 3 years. You know,
3 years?
before you gotta send them off to preschool. I don't know what
Yeah,
the thing
that's
is.
what I-
you know?
that's what,
like,
like-
well, that's what I'm saying.
I would
At the
probably go
most
up
threshold.
to 2 years, and then if I would see how I feel about that third year.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say 3 years.
That's my mom.
4 years would be pushing it. Like maybe if you delayed a year of preschool, but even then, I'm like 4 years is too old. Like
Yeah.
I don't want the kid coming up and be like, I'm hungry, and then I'm like,
Yeah, and
'Cause
kindergarten.
They can talk. They can start talking.
I need milk.
whip them out.
You're not my mom.
Well, I mean, I think also by that age, they're eating regular foods, and so they might not even want to breastfeed as much anymore because they want to try other foods. Unless breast milk tastes that good, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Can't remember the last time I've had it.
Ew.
Surprisingly, I think I remember the last time I had it. And I remember like the taste of breast milk.
How is it
Describe.
comparatively?
It's very honestly it tasted kind of like iron. I don't even know how to explain it.
How old were you?
I don't know.
You just remember?
Well, that's why I just texted my mom because I feel like I was a child who like
like you were older.
I
and
was
still-
older and still like drinking from my mom's boob because I have a little sister, so my mom was still breastfeeding
Oh
her.
yeah.
And honestly, maybe I was jealous, so I was like, I still want to do it.
Right. It's like I'm the top
Right,
baby involved.
I'm baby.
I'm baby.
Well, at least you could feed both of you at the same time.
Because that's
That no.
double
It's
barrel.
a thing. It's called tandem feeding.
Akimbo
Yeah.
babies. Just freaking
My
dual
sister,
wield.
my sister, when she would get hungry and we were in public, she would literally grab my mom's shirt and like lift it up,
Oh
and my mom would like freak out.
See, once my kid's doing that, they're done.
Yeah.
Cut off.
See,
No
that's
more
why I'm
milk.
like, how old was I when I stopped drinking milk from my mom's boob? I'm calling my mom right now. Hola, mami. A mi pregunta. ¿A qué edad me paraste de dar leche de tus senos?
Al año, año y medio.
¿Año, año y medio? Wow. Ok, esa era mi pregunta. Gracias. Bye.
She
said paradita
She
todavía.
said you were drinking.
She said you were standing up, you were walking, still drinking my tea.
But you remember being a year old? That's crazy.
I straight up remember like going under my mom's shirt and like going for her titty.
You were on a mission.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, David?
It was like the milk production stops at a certain point, right? Unless you have another kid.
If you stop
no,
breastfeeding.
if you stop breastfeeding. But if you continue breastfeeding, like they'll keep producing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
My mom put hot sauce on her titty so my sister would get off.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah, you know, like the jalapeno juice from the big
Oh
old
my
things.
gosh.
It's like, oh, you're biting your fingernails? Oh, dip your fingers in this, bite that.
Did your mom say why she like bottle fed you?
We talked about it once, and I think it was more so like the trends of like what doctors were saying. So like there was a time period where a lot of people were trying to like sell formula, and so doctors were recommending formula.
Oh.
But now the doctor recommendations have changed, and they're like, if you can, like breastfeeding is good, like, and your body knows what nutrients the baby needs. Like if they're sick, the breast milk will adjust for
Adapt.
that and
That's
stuff like that too.
So crazy.
But I think it was just like the trend of what doctor recommendations were at the time were to do formula.
She also said that I didn't want to get breastfed, so she didn't even want to try with you.
Why go through the hassle?
But she did try for my younger brother and sister. Like they were breastfed, and they are both taller than me and Oscar.
I'm telling you, there's something there.
This is another question for the boys. Would you try breast milk?
Yeah.
What about your significant other?
Sure. Got to test the product before we give it to the baby, right? Gotta
Would
make
you
sure.
try another person who's not your significant other's breast milk? Or would that be weird?
That would be weird.
I
I
don't.
mean, what if it's already in a cup?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I put it
if
in
it's
my-
already served, I'm not gonna be rude
there's
and turn it
cookies.
away.
Yeah, like if it's already served and my significant other is there, like yeah, I'll try it. But I'm not just gonna like try a random milk. Like, you wanna try
Well,
some of this milk?
yeah.
Like, I don't know about that.
It's just a party. You're like, you know what I'm really feeling right now?
Some of your
That's
breast
the
milk.
person who just had a baby. I'm just saying.
Sam, would you try my breast milk?
Yeah.
Okay, I would try her breast milk. I would try both.
Yeah,
And
I would
I'd be
say-
like,
of ours
does
and
it
compare.
taste? Yeah, does
Who's
it
got
taste
the better
different?
titties?
I would be curious just to see what it tastes like. You know.
Yeah.
I heard it doesn't taste good.
I heard it does taste good.
What?
Yeah, like it's kind of sweet. The same when you said iron taste, I was like,
Because now
Drinking
the
blood.
thought of cow's milk kind of makes me shudder. But since it's like, oh, my species, like human, it's probably fine. You know. I would think I would like it more. I don't know.
Does breast milk have lactose in it?
It better not.
I don't know.
That's gonna ruin me.
I'm gonna Google it.
Definitely interest. This is weird topics on
Is
this
it?
podcast.
I don't know. I feel like everyone thinks about this.
And we're just talking
We
about
are in our
it.
late 20s. This is if your circle of friends isn't talking about freezing your eggs and whether to breastfeed,
Grow
get a
up.
new circle. No.
Grow up.
Grow up.
These are adult conversations.
Oh, breast milk does have lactose.
Yeah, you don't want to wait till you have a baby to think, do I want to drink this milk?
The baby's like, I need some lactate. Well, maybe that's why they're always like shitting, like diarrhea. They're lactose intolerant.
Okay, wait, that brings me to another topic. This is going to be all about babies, apparently. But we've talked about this before. Cloth diapering.
Oh no.
Fuck that shit.
No.
You know
Yep.
what? I love Earth, but I love me more. And there's no way I'm doing cloth diapers.
I definitely want to try cloth diapering when I have children.
As I say, Sam,
100%.
You're like, you would too?
Yeah.
Try cloth.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Do you guys have any babies in your family that you have taken care of?
Not recently.
It
I mean,
shows.
there are some
It
babies.
shows.
I would
Some
say,
recently born babies in our family, actually, but I haven't taken care of
Right.
them.
It shows.
I mean,
yeah,
Because,
having
But
a younger
growing
brother
up, we
who
always
I
had little cousins that we did take care of.
like, change their diapers and stuff?
Yes.
okay.
I think I've changed a diaper before.
Oh, if you think, no.
I
If
just
you-
can't.
I swear,
No,
the things
I've
that come out
changed
of a
so
human
much. It's
tiny baby, it's literally like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's terrifying.
unruly. You're like, why is it that shade of yellow?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but okay, but here's the thing. Especially if you're breastfeeding and slowly breastfeeding, your baby's poop is still like, it's just like all liquid because they're only eating liquid.
Mm-hmm.
So you just throw them in the wash and that's it. Like,
That's
when it starts to
disgusting.
become solid, that's when I think cloth diapering would be more difficult.
And
I
you would need a
still
lot
try
of them.
it.
You would need a lot of them because babies poop like every
Yeah,
hour.
but it's better than buying thousands of disposable diapers that go in landfills. And ultimately cheaper because you just wash them. I could do a load of laundry every day. That's fine.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think I would only want the disposable diapers for when I leave the house.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that's definitely. Like, I'd have disposable diapers for, like, excursions or whatever.
Yeah.
But at home, like, sure, cloth diaper.
Nope. Give me all the disposables. Hex no.
Look, I deal with poop on a day-to-day basis because I got to pick up Luna's poop. Some days it's solid, some days it's squishy.
I thought you were going to say because I poop.
Because I need to know how firm each poop is to see how healthy it is, so I have to pick it up.
Oscar's just
And-
going to get a baby bidet and just spray them.
Oh, yeah.
Get, like, a baby bidet station.
Hose
Does
'em
that
down.
exist?
No,
My
you
baby
know,
over
like,
the
We should
toilet.
invent that if it
you know,
doesn't
people
exist.
are potty training like their babies. Like they'll put them like on the toilet, and there's like special little seat to like train them to like poop on command. That way they don't do diapers.
Trigger warning. Poop story coming ahead. Adult human poop story.
Feces.
Skip
Everywhere.
skip a couple minutes if you don't want to hear it.
But yeah, I've had to clean adult poop before. I mean,
Oh my gosh. You're not wrong. I forgot about that story.
Ew, we're gonna share that story.
Well, Oscar brought it up.
Oscar.
I
Talk
could cut
about
this whole thing
poop.
out.
Okay, Oscar, let's hear it. What happened?
were you at that party?
No, thank God.
But it
Why
was
were
at
you
the
not
house.
I was
when
at the
we-
house.
It was at the house when we all lived together, though.
Yeah, because we had a party at our house, and this is when we like lived in a house of 7.
Yeah, we lived in a house with 7 people.
So we made a big tub of jungle juice, and I invited a bunch of cousins from our hometown, and so like a good like 7 or 8 people came, and not all of them were cousins. They also brought a few friends, and one of the guys that came, he was like 18, so he didn't really like drink or smoke, and he was doing both. Like he was smoking weed and he had a bunch of the jungle juice. And it's like 12:30. We're getting ready to go out to the bars, and I'm like, this dude was like gone, and it was just like, I'm talking to you and you're not listening. Like nothing is going in. And I'm like, listen, bro, you can hang out here. If you need to throw up, I put a trash can next to you. I'm like, we'll be back in an hour. Just stay calm. So we left, go to the party, and we come back, and he's still like where I left him. Like he was sitting in my room on my bed, and he like threw up all over himself and the floor and my bed and like his shoes. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, just stay here. Like if you need to throw up some more, the trash can's right there. I'm like, I'll be right back. So I go downstairs, get a sponge, water, towels. And it was like 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes. I went downstairs, grabbed the stuff, and came up. And as I'm walking up the steps, I'm on the 3rd floor. I'm walking up the steps, up on the 2nd floor. I'm like,
Oh my god.
it kind of smells like shit.
Oh no.
And I get to the top floor, and there's shit at the top of the steps. He got up, walked to the hall, and then went into my roommate's room across the hall and tried to shit in her trash bin because he thought it was the bathroom, and just completely missed. Like he must have pulled his pants down and started pooping as he was walking because the poop trailed behind him from the hallway to the room. And I'm like, so he's just standing there with his pants and underwear on the floor, just like covered in poop. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, all right, bro. And his like shoes are already full of vomit. I'm like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, pull up your pants. And I take him to the bathroom. I'm like, look, do what you got to do, but just do it in there. Get yourself cleaned up. And I had to go up and clean all that. And
Touch his poopy.
I have to ask,
I had gloves, so yeah, I had to pick it up.
where he pooped, was it like hardwood floors?
It was
Rug.
carpet.
Oh,
all rug.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, carpet. Like this carpet right
Oh
here.
no.
Like this color too.
Okay,
so.
I gotta ask.
Not after that, it wasn't.
Was it like soft, hard?
It was soft. Like it was like
Wait.
it had this shape, but like as soon as you picked it up, if you didn't put it in a bag, you're just gonna start dropping.
That man
dripping,
needs some
dripping.
fiber.
I thought it was all liquidy, but that is the worst because it's the creamy.
A nice paste
Ew.
for you.
Okay, so you cleaned them up.
Yeah, I cleaned it up. It was disgusting, but the next day you couldn't tell where. Well, you couldn't tell where the poop was, but you could tell where the vomit was because it was bright red.
Because of the jungle juice.
Was he ashamed?
Oh, he was super ashamed.
Absolutely.
Like he threw out those clothes. He kept the shoes because they were Yeezys, and he's like, I gotta get these clean. But
I seen him poop in the shoes.
He might have.
I gave him a pair of pants and underwear, and my cousin said that on the ride home, he didn't say one word. He was barefoot the whole time.
Airing the toes out like, dang.
And they
I
stopped
really
at the
should
mall.
have bet on that one.
They stopped at the mall for like 2 hours, and he sat in the car the whole time.
That's so sad.
That's so sad.
I would call him Poop Boy. Poop Boy.
I don't know if he still hangs out with my cousin, like the one that he was friends with.
Can you plug his Instagram?
Oh, I don't remember his
No, we
name.
didn't even know the guy.
Yeah, that was the first time I met him. I did play like Call of Duty with him, but ever since then, he's never played with me.
Last online 8 years ago.
I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah,
That would
no.
scar me. Like, I don't know how I could go on with life.
Like,
knowing
even if
that I
that's the
pooped
first
somewhere.
time that you ever partied, like, that's so
That's a
bad.
rough
That's
opening.
so bad.
Opening night.
And I remember I wasn't even there. I don't know where I was, but the next day, I like there was a couple of our friends that also stayed in my room, and they were girls. And so like the next day when we all woke up, they were like, last night was crazy about what happened upstairs. I was like, what are you guys talking about? And they were like, you didn't hear about the guy, like the poop? I was like, what are you talking about? So it was crazy to hear secondhand, but I also am happy I did not have to witness it.
Oh, you would have thrown up everywhere, dude.
No, I don't know. I mean, I would have felt bad that Oscar had to clean it, so I probably would have also gone to help clean it.
I would have not helped you. I'm
Imagine
sorry.
he had a runny nose. Game over. Sam's out of there.
What?
Because of the snot. Yeah, she can handle human feces, but get a little snot racket.
Oh my
Heck no.
gosh. I honestly think I've built up that in my head, so now it's just like I did it to myself that boogers gross me out.
Yeah.
Ew.
Long story short, I'm ready for a baby.
Well,
To clean up a baby.
here's
No,
the
honestly, you're ready for a baby.
here's the thing though. Are you gonna be willing to handle with that like 6 times a day? Let's say.
You have
You'll
to.
Every
have to do
day.
it.
Yeah.
Dude.
And you know what? At some point, they get to the age where they just don't lay still. They'll, like,
And you
turn.
open their little cute
And then
onesie,
sometimes
and
they,
it's
like,
all on their back, and you're
the-
like, why?
And then sometimes they'll
The
like go
blowouts.
under there when you like turn to like get like another diaper, and now they have shit on their hands.
Look, at least with a baby, I can like pick them up. You know, like they're not running away. With a
You
grown
think.
man, I can't hold him down. Like I can't be like, oh, let me pick you up.
Oh, is he still waddling with a boo boo coming out of his bum?
I mean, he had to go because the bathroom was on the second floor. We were on the third floor, so he had to go down the
Oh
steps.
no.
A lot of stuff happened in our roommate's room of like
She's probably like, oh, I got the 3rd floor. Like, this is the least
Like
amount
the
of
private-
trouble
it's because
for
because
parties.
that roommate that lived in that room,
She was always gone.
she was always gone, so she would be like, oh yeah, if you have like relatives coming to stay or friends coming to stay, they can use my room.
Mhm.
And because of that,
Sorry.
a couple of things happened with various, well, that poop story and also some vomit stories of people that did not know how to handle their alcohol.
Maybe she stopped coming around because it just reeked of.
Well, after that, she was like,
leftover
you guys
vom.
can't use my room anymore. And we were like,
Valid.
that's valid.
Yeah,
Valid.
the poop is one step too far.
Yeah.
But it was even before then because we had a guest over. We got really drunk that night, and he was throwing up out in the front yard, and then he like in the middle of the night he threw up on the bed.
Oh my god. Her room is cursed.
Yeah.
Seriously. A magnet for anyone who likes to throw up and poop on themselves.
Bodily fluids, bodily excrement.
If you like to secrete from all of your orifices, stay
Okay.
in this room. Please.
Please cut that out.
Please.
I feel like David says secrete and orifices a little more frequently than any other person I know. Actually, definitely more frequently than any other person I know, but
I need to
too
learn.
often.
I need to learn more words. Gotta shake it up.
we just not talk about people's
Secretion?
orifices.
Or orifices?
Orifices.
Orificial secretion? It's one thing a walker shame, like, oh wow, woke up at this party and now I have to walk home without shoes.
It was a 3-hour car ride home of shame
What's
for
a
him.
2-hour pit stop?
With a 2-hour pit stop. And with like people that I know for a fact would like roast him rather
dude.
than be like, it's okay.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of character development. In
He
one
learned a
night.
lot.
He
Holy
probably
shit.
changed his name, his identity.
Lives in a different city.
He lives in the woods.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you get someone to never log back onto their PlayStation network.
No,
You
he,
know,
he
so-
just wouldn't play with Oscar anymore. I think he'd still played.
I would block Oscar. to be honest. What should we talk about now? Should we talk about our past flings?
No.
I don't think we should.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
Fine.
Off the record.
Yeah. And we're back.
Did you guys hear that thing recently that happened where it was like this one dude was getting so mad on an airplane because a baby was crying?
I feel like that happens all the time though.
Yeah, but
that's
this
not the baby's fault.
this one was really funny though, just because he was so mad, and like the funniest thing he said was like, they were like, "Sir, please, you're screaming." He's like, "So is the baby."
He's not wrong.
What is he allowed or what?
He's
I
not
was like,
wrong.
goodness. We're in a flying tin can. Shut that baby up. I was like, my gosh, dude.
Some
Not worth
people-
being put on a no-fly list to throw a grown-up temper tantrum.
Some people just are not like baby people. You know,
Yeah.
like
I think It would be annoying to be on a flight with a crying baby, but also imagine how stressed the
I
parents are.
know.
Already, yeah.
Already traveling with a baby, and then the baby was crying, and they know everyone on the plane hates them. Like,
And then you have this grown man yelling at you.
yeah, like that's so sad.
See, I believe that if you're going on a plane, you have to be prepared. You have to assume there's going to be a crying baby. Because that's their
Right.
environment.
Yeah.
Like, that's their natural habitat.
Babies live on planes.
Yeah. They dominate the planes. Like, they're the top of the food chain on the plane.
And also, I just feel like for babies, like they like the plane environment. It's like new to them.
Dude, their ears are
Their
popping
ears are
every
popping.
3
Like
minutes, and they don't
imagine
know
your
what's
ears
going on.
pop and you can't do like
And
the
it's like
things that-
loud.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it's loud and it's like pressured and. Ugh.
Yeah, that's true.
I would cry too. Damn.
And you're like, it's okay, we're going to San Diego. The baby doesn't know what San Diego is. They don't know how good of a time they're gonna have. In this moment, they're like, this sucks.
What's your guys' earliest memory? Have we talked about this before?
About what?
Like, your earliest memory of, like, consciousness.
Consciousness.
Like, you said you remember drinking your mom's breast milk
Yeah.
at 1 year old.
I
Like,
remember going underneath her shirt into putting my mouth in her titty.
we don't need you to describe it again. I was just wondering.
It's brown.
Your mom doesn't want you talking about her titties.
She's not gonna listen to the podcast.
Does she even know we have a podcast?
She does know that we all have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
I don't want her to listen to it. All the things I talk about.
Wait,
here.
Does it? She doesn't
she's
know.
featured on
does.
this episode. She better listen to it.
My earliest memory isn't until like I was 5 years old, and it was the first day of kindergarten.
Oh, I don't know if this is the first one, but it has to be up there then for me. Because it was when I was visiting preschools, and I actually came to your classroom.
Oh, I remember the story.
And so obviously, I think I did preschool for 2 years, so I must have been like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we went into your classroom, but it was like movie night or movie day or something because all the lights were off and there was something on the screen. But I was also 3 years old, and they're like, "Oh, this like welcome to our classroom," showing me all the cool stuff. And obviously, my cousin, you were there. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to be in this classroom?" And I was like, "No, I don't want." I thought it was dark all the time, and I was like, "This is way too scary. This isn't like home." And so they put me in a different one, and then I was a conscious human being from that point forward.
My earliest memory was when I was 4. And I remember being in the backyard running around. And my Aunt Erica was just standing there watching me run around.
And it was just you.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I think I remembered an earlier memory, and I don't know how old I was, but I must have been like 3 or 4, and I was in my like parents' backyard picking what are those weeds, like the dandelions?
That you blow,
That you
like
blow?
the.
Yeah, but it was before they became the
Sprouted,
they were
yeah.
still the yellow flowers.
Okay,
And so I was picking a bunch of those for my mom, and I had to poop, but I didn't want to go inside. And I think I must have. What age do you become potty trained?
This depends.
Like 2?
Yeah.
So I think I was like recently like not potty trained, so I was not wearing a diaper, and I had to poop, and I just like pooped in my pants, and then I like
Kept
went
picking.
inside, and I was like, I pooped.
Oh my
You're
gosh,
like, "Aw."
that's disgusting.
I was like 3 years old.
Gross. Throw that baby away. So another memory that I had was, let's see. It's when I was also like in kindergarten. And I remember like going to school in Peru. And I remember like my teachers getting mad at me because I would not pay attention. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. I don't remember much.
Yeah, mine is when I was picking flowers, and then my consciousness jumps to the first day of kindergarten. Nothing in between.
Now look at us. How far we come. Starting a podcast.
Starting a podcast.
Do you guys remember like meeting your siblings like, for the first time?
No.
Me neither.
I would have been like 5-ish. So, also there's home video evidence. So, I feel like my mind's making me think that I have a memory of it, but it's probably just me rewatching a video
Yeah.
or something.
I do. I was 5 years old. and I was at my grandma's. And I remember, like, it must have been a weekend or something, but I remember, like, there was balloons in the house from my aunt. And my mom and dad came in through my grandma's door, and they had a baby in their hands. And I met Danuska.
How did you feel?
I was like, what the hell? I was excited, I think, but I don't think I was, like, too excited. I was excited maybe for, like, 2 minutes. And I was like, okay.
And then you're like,
And
over
then
it.
the reality set in, you're like, oh no, they're
Baby's
taking my
always
spot.
gonna be here.
Yeah. I remember, like, seeing her.
I don't remember meeting my younger siblings, but I remember them being babies. I just don't
Yeah.
remember the first time meeting them.
What about you, Oscar?
And I would have been like 8 years old when my little sister was born.
know.
You're like, don't care, over it. Not
Well-
gonna remember.
I guess Oscar wouldn't remember when Sam was born, which makes sense. You were how old?
But he should
I
have
was
remembered
too.
Isabella being born.
Yeah.
Because he would have been 10.
You don't remember, like, meeting Isabella for the first time?
Not really.
That's crazy.
Like, I remember I had 2 younger siblings, and then one day I had 3 younger siblings.
I also feel like I just have bad memory retention. Like, I'm not good at remembering things from when I was young.
Yeah, and at that age, all I was doing was playing video games.
So it all
I would've
kind of
been like,
blends together.
Cool baby.
His brain fried.
Cool baby.
And then back to playing.
That's probably exactly what it was
It's like, oh, you guys brought McDonald's. Oh, whose baby is that? You guys were gone for 3 days. And
He like
now...
didn't even notice my mom was pregnant.
Domino's, let's go.
But I always knew where babies came from. It's like I can't remember a time where I believed in Santa Claus. I can't remember a time where I didn't know where babies come from.
I feel like Hispanic kids don't believe in Santa Claus. Like, I always knew Santa Claus was fake.
I believed for a really long time. I think longer than I should have. I don't know when, but
I think I found out like in 5th grade.
you're like, what? What do you mean?
Because there was a kid in my class that believed in Santa Claus, and everyone else found out, and they were making fun of him.
And you were like,
And I was like,
yeah.
oh, so
what
they're
a
making
nerd.
fun of him because Santa isn't real, so Santa must not be real. But obviously, I'm not going to say anything because then they will make fun of me.
So the kid's getting tormented. Everyone's like, dang, you still believe in Santa? And Sam's just sitting in the corner like,
Yeah.
what? Like her world is crumbling before her eyes.
And I just took it like as a fact. I was like, all right then, that's that. Like
I guess
Santa's not real. I wasn't devastated, but I was just like, now I know.
He's like, those Polly Pockets still gonna be there when I get home though. So
Yeah, I don't know exactly when I found out about the birds and the bees, but I would guess also around 5th grade.
yeah, mine was like a drive-by lecture. Well, one because we were literally in the car on the way to like the grocery store or something. My dad's like,
He's like, this is the time.
he's like, yeah, he's like, this is the perfect, and I couldn't leave. We were in a moving car. I was like,
I would have rolled out.
He's like, just protect yourself, David. And I was like, yeah. And I was just trying to like roll with the punch. I was like, yeah, no, I know, like, so I don't have like a kid too young or stuff like that. He's like, no, not even that. There's so many nasty things out there. STD, like tell you, he's like, you could really ruin your life if you catch the wrong thing. And I was like, oh. I was like, dang, I knew I should have stayed home, but I wanted to pick the flavor ice cream today, so I guess I have to put up with this.
Yeah, in middle school we had like health classes where it was specific about like hormones and all
yeah,
that.
they
Like,
split us up.
they would be like guys and girls, and then like they would talk about like all the changes your body would go through. The only like talk or any guidance I ever got from an adult was one of my cousins or uncles, like he's my dad's age, was living in Ohio, and he got me a book, and it was like things that like teens should like know. The problem was the book was in Spanish, and I didn't know how to read Spanish,
You're
so
like,
I never
"Ooh."
read it.
We had the thing where they split the class up. I think it was 5th grade. And I think like they told the parents they could come in that day too to be with the kids. So my mom was there for it.
Oh no.
But like they didn't really talk about like, actually maybe they did. I was gonna say, I don't think they talked about sex, but maybe they did. So like that's the extent. Like my mom was with me for that day, but we never like talked about anything
You
afterwards.
guys didn't debrief.
Yeah, and I think it was mostly focused on like you guys are ladies and you're gonna have periods, and this is like the products that you use for that. And I was like, okay.
They didn't split us up. They put us together and they showed us a video. Yeah.
I feel like I know. I feel like this was probably a mass distributed thing, but I wonder if we saw like the same one.
I
Because
don't
I
know.
feel like
I don't remember ever seeing a video.
it was animated and it was a cool art style, I guess, but it was
I don't remember how it was, but I know there was a video.
They did that for me. It was 6th and 7th grade. Some of the classes were split, but then some of them were not. And there was one that we watched where they were following a pregnant lady, and they actually showed her giving birth. And while she was giving birth, she actually like shit in the video.
What?
Wait, they
They
showed,
showed
you
you
like
guys-
her down under area?
Yeah.
That's like
that's crazy.
at that
honestly.
age I feel like it's traumatizing.
But
And she pooped herself?
yeah.
So the baby
That's my
slipped and
biggest fear.
slid into life with poop.
But I closed my eyes, so I didn't see it. I only know because
everyone
everyone
else
was
was like,
talking about it.
Oh my god. Pooping during birth is normal. However, it will be the worst if that happens to me.
I will not poop. while I
How
give
do you
birth.
know? You can't
Because-
control
You're
it.
pushing.
You're just
No,
pushing.
you can't control it. I can control my bowels.
He's like, I'm not even gonna fart.
You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
gonna
be
push
able
the
to
baby
tell the
out.
difference
I was gonna say, I
between
feel like you're-
pushing your bowels and pushing the baby.
You're
Yeah.
understanding the magnitude of pushing that you will be
Yeah,
doing.
you don't understand how much pushing you're gonna need to do.
It does bring me to the next question. Would you guys want to be north? Is it north of the border when your significant other gives birth to your child?
Like front on,
Yeah.
frontal.
You mean south?
South? Is that south? I don't know.
I mean,
Right.
I would imagine that's south.
would you guys?
Do you
want
want to watch,
Do you want to watch?
or do you want to be by the head of the wife or the head of the baby?
Yeah. Or do you want to see the baby come out?
I want to be over the doctor's shoulder, like, okay, doc, how can I be of assistance?
Right, like show me. That way I know what to do next
To
time.
the next one, we're just gonna get
So
a
we don't have to
bathtub.
come back to the hospital.
So you get
Yup,
your
taxes.
$10,000 bill.
I probably would prefer not to watch, but I would watch.
I'm gonna
What?
be wherever my old lady tells me to be.
Would you want
And I would
someone
do
to
that.
watch you give birth?
Yeah, for sure.
You would want them to watch
I was
it?
just say curiosity.
Well, okay, my
Makes
husband
me
doesn't
want to.
have to watch, but someone better watch this. This is life. This is
But not
me
your
being-
husband? You want me to be in the room?
I would totally let you watch me give birth. I'm so serious. Can I watch yours? I'm serious.
You're the only person allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Doctor, close your eyes.
Yeah, doctor, close your eyes. Just have your hands ready to catch.
I would be like, she's pooping herself.
Never
Yeah.
mind, you can't watch
I'm gonna be in
it.
there. I'm gonna be there. Yo, she shit on herself.
I'm live streaming it.
World star, world star.
I'm doing the podcast.
On this episode, we had hospital cafeteria food.
Sam giving birth.
No, I would say the curiosity in me does want to see it, but I have also seen Reddit posts of sad new mothers where they're like, my husband watched me give birth and now he won't touch me or something. And I'm like, that's so sad.
That would be one.
I believe them.
terrible
There's
man.
some
Yeah.
people, especially men out there with. I could see them watching that and being like, "Oh
PTSD.
heck no!"
Honestly, I feel like that would make me more hot. That I just birthed a child. Out of
Honestly,
me.
yes.
Because then you become a MILF.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Instant verified.
Instantly.
Can't
Getting
prove.
your blue check mark.
But it's I'm also 10 centimeters
Yeah,
dilation.
it's
That
huge.
really?
It's
I kind of
huge.
need to see for
It's
It's
myself.
like a CD disc.
What?
Yeah.
A CD?
Yeah.
CD of life. Goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Bernie, you know how you burn CDs? Just making another copy of another human.
Oh my goodness.
A little
no.
mixtape since you mixed the mom and the. Okay.
I wouldn't want anyone to watch.
I'll
if you
watch.
wanted to, I would
yeah,
let you.
I want to watch. I think it's cool.
I've seen a video online because I was like, I want to know what it looks like.
Do you think you'll cry?
Maybe, I don't know. I think I will have tears coming out of my eyes from the amount of stuff going on. Or, the amount of pressure or the pushing, just the physical exertion, I feel like will cause tears to come to my eyes. But I wouldn't call that crying. I won't be like, like sobbing or
Right.
anything.
Tears of joy.
I think it would just be like my body is pushing out water from my eyes because of
Oh.
how intense it is.
Well, I would
Like when you
cry.
laugh too hard.
Well, I would cry because, like, if I heard my child cry, because I'd be like, it's out. And then I would cry.
My child's sad, I'm sad.
I'm just saying, like, it's like your baby's finally, like, out in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see when that happens.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
No one's getting pregnant.
Yeah, we're freezing our eggs.
I got dibs on the placebo too.
Placebo, placenta.
Yeah, would you eat your own placenta?
Absolutely. If someone offered to cook it for me, I would
Oh wait, I
totally
think we
do it.
talked about this
We
on
did
the
talk
episode
about
where
it.
we talked about eating
Remember?
legs.
And I was like, eat
Yeah.
my placenta.
Call back.
Wait, I forgot what the answer was, but would you guys eat my placenta if I cooked it?
Yes. I think was my answer.
He said that so
So
bad. Yes.
In
Give me that
general.
placenta. I would eat it. I think Oscar said no.
If it's plated,
Oscar,
like I
you
said.
wouldn't eat my placenta?
That's why you were saying eat my placenta because Oscar didn't
It's
want
full
to.
of nutrients.
I would have a taste. I don't know if I'd
You would
make it a
drink
meal.
my breast milk, but not my placenta.
This is so weird.
It's very weird.
No, I would offer my placenta to all of you guys. It'll make us live longer.
I don't think we were asking
Thanks.
for it, but you
Well,
said
you're gonna eat it anyway.
you were making us. Similar to the tequila shots.
Yeah, which I guess you didn't take.
I didn't.
Fake friend.
It
Fake
was too
friend.
much pressure. No, I knew if I took that tequila shot, I was going to throw up. It was-
We were all circled up. That would have been so.
yeah,
good.
I wasn't even like, I wasn't drunk because I maybe only had one drink so far, but like we were full from just eating, and I was like, that's not gonna sit well with me right now.
Well, thank you for sticking to the end. I think we had many good topics this week,
I feel like it was a weird episode, but
but I think
they
it's
were
stuff,
interesting topics.
It's stuff that just comes to your mind the older you get, and I am older, so I'm sure everyone relates to me.
Old.
Old. Just
Old.
kidding.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Stay tuned for the next one.
Follow us on Instagram at eatinggoodpod.
Yeah.
This is episode 9. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Have a good week.
Adios.